Dead and Hip Hop album review, Roc Marciano, Marcielago. Look, man, support your boys. There's multiple ways that you can do that. By watching this video right now, you are supporting us, but you could also like, comment, and subscribe. And also, the ultimate way to help your boys out is by becoming a Patreon. Go on there. We have a whole bunch of different levels and stuff. Go check it out. I'm not going to get into it, but anything that you do that supports us, we appreciate that. Back to the review. Roc Marciano, Marcielago. I'll start off, and if this is your first one, if you don't know, but I'm not the biggest Roc Marciano fan, right? And listening to this project, I think I figured out why. Because I really like this project. And
It's because there's drums.
There's drums. But it's not just that. It's not just that. It's the energy. Right, like I feel like Roc Marciano on a lot of his projects, he matches the energy of the beats, because the beats just no drums, no nothing, right? Like there's no excitement in those beats, and you just just and just spit, and I'm just like, this shit don't get me hype. Like this shit don't bump. And I know like Roc has lines, you know what I'm saying? He been had lines, and I gave you that, right? Like, but on this, like because of the energy, because of the beats, those lines stand out even more. And that's the shit that I really took away from this. Like the beats on this shit, like even though they don't have like 808 Mafia type drums or nothing like that, but like just the beats on this shit was really crazy.
It was just enough.
It was just enough. It was enough to give me the energy that I need from a beat, and it gave it for me. It made Roc like match that energy. The Molly Ringwald track, when he says, I could pop your wife, but why bottom feed? I'm like, yo, like this nigga, he just got lines for days. Like, and that beat was crazy. Richard Gere's one that I really
Richard Gere was
with.
dope.
That shit was,
Yeah,
bruh.
man.
God, man.
Bruh.
Well, that shit he said, I never slipped with all this water drip and knocked the game up. It's more than morning sickness.
Nigga. Nigga, when he said, nigga,
God damn,
when he said, when your T go from white to magenta, when all these bullets enter,
yeah,
like it was just hella lines, and I know he's done that before.
and you late as hell.
Look,
That's cool. I'm glad you're here now.
yeah. No, I've given Roc Marciano props on that. But like I never really truly enjoyed a project like I've done this one. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the one. Like if you never listen to Roc Marciano, listen to this one. Feefo says this one's dope. Puff Daddy, ooh, that shit, nigga, nigga.
That's probably my favorite track.
I never heard that. Anybody hear what that Cooks did?
Neither have I.
First
That's
time.
one of the notes I got.
You know who I can hear kill that shit? Like a feature that someone smeared? Benny.
Oh yeah.
I can hear Benny on that particular
yeah.
joint right there. He would kill that shit, man.
Oh yeah. Tom Chambers, nigga, how you switch up the beat twice?
Yeah,
in one track.
And that's something Roc doesn't do a lot as far as production. He did a lot of beat switches on here, which was very.
And he matched his flow like you were saying on each beat. Like I did notice that. I mean, he still has the flow in the rhymes, but it's like he matched the flow on each one of those beats. So yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it sounded like typical Roc Marciano flow.
No, that's why I said it's still there, but it's I don't know. Maybe it was the beat that made it sound different or whatever. But I can kind of get what you're saying. How it sounded like he matched the tempo. I feel like I don't know if my brain's tricking me or if he's still like what Myke's saying is that he's still the same thing.
He sounded like he had the same type of energy he usually has. Just the beats were a little bit different. He still sound like he's this old pimp dude that's just too smooth to get excited.
And it's not like the energy level went from like 2 to 30.
Yeah.
It's like from 2 to 6.
It's enough for you to,
it was enough.
It's enough to keep you
interested. To keep me interested.
Wow.
Exactly, as an MC. Because like I said, man, like for the most part, Roc Marci, he just, and I get the lazy flow, I get the monotone shit, like that's just cool, but it's like a whole fucking project, bro, I can't do it.
Yeah.
This, he didn't give me that. He switched this shit up.
I'm glad you finally, was that Prodigy on the intro speaking?
I don't think so.
It sounded like him.
I'm surprised you didn't mention that Hove line he said about Hove on Saw, the joint with Alchemist. He said Hove dapped me up right before he stabbed the man in the afternoon, and I skidded off with African. I'm surprised you didn't catch that. I mean, I know you always catch like Hove references.
Yeah.
I know Ryan probably caught I know.
I didn't catch that.
Oh, you didn't?
Actually.
I like that Larry Bird line he
Yeah.
had.
I don't know who.
Oh yeah.
About his
Port-au-Prince. Yeah, they're not from here, but they from Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, he's like, but the French don't lick or some shit like that.
'cause he
Oh
from
my
French
god.
Lick.
Yep.
I was like, God
how he
damn.
tied all that shit in. That shit was crazy. And I don't know if everybody know, but like Haitians speak French. So just that whole, bro, that shit was crazy.
I'm saying, speaking of Hov or whatever, like I think we said off camera one time, and I think everybody was shocked when I said that I didn't think that Jay was like the best lyricist in the game. I just think Jay's like the best overall rapper in the game. And like this is like people like Roc Marciano, it's like I don't think Hov can touch him when it comes to lyricism. And I think like, huh?
Oh, you know, I agree.
don't.
I mean, so I agree with that.
I
Go
just
ahead.
don't. I know that shocked everybody, but like that, this is Roc Marciano is an example of that because like, no, let me go. Let me cook a little bit. It's like, I feel like Jay can do some of the stuff that he does, and he does like as far as like say things in different ways, but I don't think he can't do it as consistently as Roc Marciano does it. I don't think so. Now for a whole album,
I agree with you, Rob.
do a whole album. I don't know if Jay can do that.
I mean, I don't want this to turn.
Say
No.
no.
I'm just saying,
I got it.
Let's bring it back.
I just don't think he can do it. I mean, he may can, but man, that's how something to do with Roc.
But you're killing him right now. Let's move.
Okay.
Because he wants to say something. We're gonna be here for an hour.
But yeah, this was like to that point or whatever that I was making, man. Like Roc is probably one of my, if not one of my favorite artists, like lyricists or whatever, man. This dude, and I've said this before, like in like comparing him to Doom, like just the way he says things. It's like he makes it a point to figure out how somebody would typically say a rhyme and change it up. It's like he writes it like a regular way and then say, okay, or somebody else would say it that way. So let me change it up. Like it was one thing on here where he was like my pen is an oil rig, I'm spawning with gems. Like people don't normally say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He said something on the Richard Gere joint where he was just like something about shooting you and then, you know, turn your T to magenta. Like somebody would say turn. Did you say that part? Yeah. But yeah, but you typically somebody say, oh, turn your shirt red or some shit. He finds a way to say it like differently. Like he does that throughout this whole shit. He
like
always does.
Torn meniscus and shit.
That line was crazy.
There's a lot of dope lines.
Man, there's so many.
We in Eden. Eve was a lady of the Eden. If we had babies, they be heathens.
Bruh.
Yeah, like
dude is
there was a one. I'm
crazy.
sorry.
No, you go.
No, go ahead.
I've been sitting here trying to wait.
Yeah.
There was
good
one
with
on Brucey
lines,
Fade
man.
where he said, he said, I'm like something like I'm a different kind of Frankenstein. Peep the way I'm designed with a knife on my waistline.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
This dude is insane.
But as dope as this project is,
man.
when I got to Ephesians and Ka came in, I was like, this fucking guy. I wish they would do a whole project.
Metal clergy.
Yeah,
That shit coming.
Oh, word?
It ain't coming.
Oh.
I mean, I wanted to because they sound
great
amazing
together,
together. And Ka fucking killed that song. He said,
when you hear the beat, you knew it was Ka.
no, I didn't look at nothing. I just
I'm
played.
saying, but that beat, when you hear that beat, it's like, man, Ka would sound great over this. It sounded like a Ka beat.
I think Ka would sound great over 99% of Roc
Roc
stuff.
yeah.
Because Roc, I've said before, Roc and Ka have that similar style.
Yeah, absolutely. It was something about that beat though in particular when I heard it. I didn't even have to know Ka was on it. It's like when I heard him come on it, I was like,
Bet you he on here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think that, but that's cool that you did though.
Yeah.
But he fucking snapped when he came in, and I love that line where he said, as a youth, I was taught to be a mute whenever in custody.
Say nothing. That's the one I
part that you got.
I don't know. I just when you said it, I remember it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you about another line though. I forgot.
Yeah,
He said something about denim or some denim in the jeans or some shit like that, man. I was like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
I'll my line later. He said, as a youth, I was taught to be a mute whenever in custody. And he said, if you ever aggravated with all that's fabricated, come fuck with me. That is insane. And I really wish they would just get together and do a whole project. You find it?
Yeah, they know.
I'm looking for
Because
it.
now I really want to know.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
I definitely think the drums enhance the project. Whether or not I agree with his energy, that doesn't matter. I was wondering if you were gonna like this one more because when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is gonna be the one that Roc actually fucks with because it's a lot more interesting. Like his other albums to me are mood albums. Like I'm not riding around the car listening to Roc Marciano. I'm just not. It's
tough.
I put that shit on in the house when I'm just moving around.
Me too, I did.
Well,
This shit is just like so
that.
like gangster and just smooth, man. That's what I want to listen to when I'm in the car. Like just
I don't
some
want to listen to
smooth
nothing
shit.
that's that smooth. I'm gonna fall asleep while I'm driving. If I'm in the house, it feels good to just sit back and just chill and listen to Roc Marciano. But this one is the one that I can put on in the car. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it. And I know people talked about Tom Chambers, but y'all didn't talk about Knowledge. Like, his verse was fucking
Oh yeah,
incredible.
Knowledge be coming
The
on.
second
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking beat switched,
Yeah,
Knowledge came in and
three
snapped.
different beats.
Oh yeah, because it switched
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
again.
switched back again.
And then they had like a little trade-off type
Yeah,
of thing. But
yeah.
that was nice.
He had a nice
But
little
I
scheme.
like-
He had a nice little scheme in there where he was talking about like cooking in the kitchen and with the chicks and whatever. It was very vivid.
But you don't remember what the line was either?
I don't remember what
What's
the
wrong
line
with y'all
was.
talking about? You excited about these lines, you don't write them down.
I did write some of them down because it had one on here that
I
from
don't remember
Children
that one.
Fees. I didn't write that one down.
Damn.
Yeah. But I remember he was talking about like how he had the chicks in the kitchen and they had the baggies and it was just like damn, it was so vivid.
Yeah.
It was so
Roc's
vivid.
good about that. Or you talking about
So
Knowledge?
knowledge.
Oh, Knowledge.
Pirate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find it?
Yep.
What was
He
it?
said, somebody might not know the rights of passions if I ever pin them. Seems the team had good jeans but wanted better denims. I was like, whoa, fuck. Like him and his friends still, like,
Wow.
that shit crazy, man.
Yeah.
Kai is nuts with that shit, man.
Ka is amazing. But
He is.
Him and Roc are Ka is just more esoteric than Roc, but when they get together, man, it's really like a bar fest.
It is. It really
But
is, man.
this album is just fucking great. It's nice. It's straight to the point. There's no slouchy shit. There was one song where he did switch up his flow quite a bit, and he did sound a little
Like upbeat.
yeah,
I
like
know
he
something,
actually
yeah.
like rapped
See,
fast.
I thought that was the one where the beat switched.
Which
Oh
one?
no, no, it's not. It's another one where the beat kind of changed.
In
that
God
was
we trust. In God we trust.
yeah, that's the one. Yep,
Somebody
yeah.
And then it
In
break-
God,
dun, 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 dun,
In
dun,
God,
dun,
yeah.
dun,
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's the one.
yeah, that's the one. He started
Nigga said keep
picking
it
up.
funky like monkey lice.
Yeah.
God
Yeah. That shit was
yeah,
so
okay. Yeah, that was good.
That shit was so
Yeah.
Joe
Real quick
Jackson.
before you
Joe
go, I know you
Jackson was
still
so
wanted to go real
That's
quick.
right. That was definitely because I remember thinking that there was a run
Uh-huh.
of back-to-back jams because it was all the way from 5 to 9.
Where it
I
was like, when it's going, when
yeah,
I'm
like
slow down.
how you
What
gonna
the
not
hell?
like?
Yeah.
God damn! Like
Yeah.
all of these are my favorite tracks.
Yeah.
And nobody's gonna mention Joe Jackson.
I mean, the whole album.
that shit.
Yeah, the whole album.
whole
is just
album.
fucking
Production, all that. Like I haven't. I've never
This is
been.
crazy.
Yeah, I've never been
I know it is,
excited
it is.
about Roc Marciano's production. Like like this shit right here.
Yeah.
Like this shit was super dope. Like
No,
the
this is-
bluesy feel of that Joe Jackson dog. Like the strings and shit.
See, I feel like he always had something similar to that, though. But you
He
know,
used to always.
whatever.
I mean, well,
It's the drums. I've said from day one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it was the drums that were fucking him
yeah,
up.
you did.
but he had drums on Behold the Dark Horse.
And I thought so too. Yeah. Did you
They
listen to
weren't
that
like
one?
this.
Yeah, I listened to that.
Oh,
We
okay.
reviewed that one.
No, we
No, we
didn't.
didn't.
No, we didn't.
When
Nah,
we
that's
did
what I
Rosebud
thought.
Revenge 2 last year.
Yeah.
That's the only one
What
we did
we
last
playing?
year.
Well, I don't know. I listened to it.
We didn't even talk about. I think B might have had his favorite thing. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to point out the lyrics, some of the lyrics on Choosing Fees, where he was like, "This would be a continuous exchange, and I'm literally, this has changed. Living conditions change. I'm only tripping. Off shit is the way. I ain't a plate. Might lace a day and date faces. Can figure skate. Mama watching her figure. I figure we can play for bigger stakes.
States. Yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
this dude is fucking crazy.
Ken, what you think?
I thought it was
we've been going off like crazy.
Oh, y'all, all my notes are gone. They're gone.
Wow,
I have nothing. The only thing I got, the one thing nobody said was Tom Chambers, and I just like the line when he said, "It's props, not a blowjob, my G." And I like that because it's just like, you know how people just afraid to big up other people, and it's just like, come on, man, like it's not gonna kill you, bro.
Right.
So just get over yourself.
What you think of the production on the soul? I know I heard a lot of soulful shit. I was like, yeah, Ken.
You know what? I do love it, and I love the way he used the horns, and I love like you know, when the sparse production in certain spots. I think, and Roc hasn't missed, man, in terms of his albums. What I was missing was that one soulful, like, coming in hard singing that we've gotten on the previous projects, and I didn't get that on. I think the closest I got was with "In God We Trust," with the "Somebody Help Me" part. So that was the soulful part, and then, you know, it switched to "Oh God," but But yeah, outside of that though, it was still a very good album. A lot of what I have here is just the beat changes, you know, a couple of bass lines here and there that he had. Joe Jackson, the pimp shit on that. But yeah, man, and I think just my standout track is just Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Like that was the first one where I was like, shit. yeah. The way he did that hook, man, I was like, damn.
In the kitchen, like, take that.
Yeah, that shit was cold, man.
But shit, even Cooks, he had a line on there I wrote down, money talk, your shit extra Tesla quiet. I was like, nigga.
Yeah, Cooks was dope, man.
Yeah, I never heard him, but he was dope. He was definitely dope.
Cooks was hella dope.
I love the title, too, of the album.
Man, I love the fucking artwork, bro. Yeah. That shit is hard. That shit was really hard. Yeah, man.
Dark Horse artwork was dope too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Real quick, did y'all notice like a spiritual theme in this at all?
I did have that like
I didn't even catch.
I wrote God theme on here with the question mark.
Catch it,
yeah, I wanted to go back and listen to it to see if I could pick out specific themes, but it was in God We Trust, and then it was
obviously.
Yeah, it was another one, but I didn't really get a chance to go back to really.
God Loves You.
Yeah.
Like, and then if you listen to it, I meant to write it down as well, but like it seemed like every track he had something like godly to say in the track or whatever. So when you go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I never like.
Nah, I did, yeah. And then I started looking at some of the tracks. I'm like, wait a minute, what's the theme here? Like, is there like a theme that I'm missing here? That
I mean, because I like God Loves You, because I like the fact that he gets introspective. You know what I'm saying? He kind of get aside from all the pimp shit and the braggadocious shit. He kind of get introspective and on God Loves You. You know, just talking
every
about
song. Check it, like every song. It's like he has some type of God reference,
like I listen to it
Jesus reference or something. I'm like, wait a minute, what is? I wonder if it's something to that. I can go first. Molly Ringwald, Richard Gere, Ephesians, Bomb Shelter, and probably Joe Jackson.
So I'll start with Puff Daddy. Then I'll go Tom Chambers for sure. Ephesians. Let's do Bomb Shelter, and let's do Richard Gere.
Richard Gere, Tom Chambers, In God We Trust. Joe Jackson. Choosing Fees.
Give me Puff Daddy, Joe Jackson, give me Saw, give me Tom Chambers, and give me Richard Gere.
Choosing Fees, Ephesians, Tom Chambers, Boosie Fade, and I'm gonna go with In God We Trust.
Roc Marciano, if you're watching, glad to finally be in the camera to show my appreciation for like the type of music you make, man. You've been one of my favorite artists for a long time now. B had been trying to put me onto you like a while ago when I first met him, and I think when I first got around to listening to you for the first time, I want to say you were on the showcase that we did. So before we did the showcase, I went back and just went down a rabbit hole of the music that you were making, and man, yeah, from that moment I've been hooked. I like the way you create and craft songs. You seem like you put a lot of thought into it. You take your time. And I love the fact that, you know, you find different ways to say like something that a typical rapper would say. It's like you make it your business to say it differently. And I can appreciate that as a listener, you know what I'm saying? As an artist myself, like I appreciate the detail that you put into music, man. And you know, it's just dope what you do, man. And I really appreciate the work that you put in.
Roc, if you're watching, another great project, man. As I mentioned earlier, if we go through your discography, man, you don't have a miss, you know. And I think that speaks highly of your ability as an artist, you know, both as a rapper and as a producer as well. And I like that you keep kind of pushing the stretch of yourself. So rhymes tight, beats dope, everything. So another solid dope project. Appreciate it.
Roc Marciano, if you're watching, man, thank you again. I mean, what a way to close out this decade by dropping this amazing work, man, that you've been consistently dropping since your solo debut in 2010, man. Like I've always been amazed with not only your rhyming style, but your production. Like I just think that people don't talk about, like, we always focus on your rhyming and everything because you're so dope as MC, but just your production style, like how you paved the way for so many styles in this decade, that people are eating off of, and it's like thanks to you, man. So like again, I'm looking forward to what you're doing next. You and Kai need to make that project, Metal Clergy. Y'all need to go ahead and work on that because I've been waiting for that. So other than that, man, great job, man. I love this album, like from front to back. Love it.
I haven't been your biggest fan on the show, but nah, man, this project here, this is that shit. This is that shit. So if anybody ever asks, hey, you like Roc Marciano? You never heard of Roc Marciano? This is the project I'm telling them to listen to, because the energy, I feel like it was just it felt different than your other projects. You know what I'm saying? The production was definitely different, and like Myke always said, you know, I may like you if the drums were there, and the drums were definitely there. All of the features were there. Like, bro, this shit was dope. So I definitely fuck with this project.
This is definitely one of your better projects. I'm not sure if it was the drums that made me more interested, but like I said before, I usually listen to your stuff at home. I usually don't listen to it in the car, and this is one of the first projects you've done where it's interchangeable. I can listen to this at the house, in the car, wherever, and your spit game is definitely top notch. Definitely top notch. Features were all top notch. You just put together a really, really, really good project. So kudos, this will definitely be one of my favorite projects this year, so great job.